Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
And just like that, it's Thursday.
And we're back.
We're back.
Back at it. Just like that.
Just like that. Oh, I look live and in living color. My eyebrows is coming through. Go ahead, Light.
Okay, birthday. You got the birthday behavior.
I got the birthday glow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
We done kicked them them Virgos out of here and welcomed in the Libra season. It's Libra season. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's the whole September.
Mike P was on the radio talking about that too. Talking about the Virgos in September are cool, leading into Libras who are even better. So I was like, okay.
I'm just saying, the scales matter. The scales really matter. They do. If you live by the creed that you like balance and harmony.
Right.
And that usually means justice. You like to see, everything kind of on even keel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I agree.
And then it's fall. So it starts to cool down. It's like a great time of the year. Oh, my God. Well, anyway, welcome to Get It Together with Jnine.
And Jezzi.
And Tay.
And we back on Thursday. Y'all come on in here.
In the studio.
Let me go ahead and put this out here so y'all can share. And y'all come on in the room.
Like and share.
We got some great conversation.
Join us.
Join us. Now, where's my, let me see. I need to come this side. Yeah, we feeling a little brown today too, huh? Is that the fall?
I agree with all the Libra talk because I'm a rising Libra and a moon Libra, so I got a lot of that balance influence that runs through my veins,
and it's important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I could be insane.
You could be a little manic.
Absolutely no. I can be that Gemini, and Sun can get cray, but the Libras keep me down, balanced, and and my Venus is Cancer, so that makes me a homebody and love my babies and want to just nurture them. So that's my makeup. That's my portfolio. It gets a little deeper, but those are the basics. We're gonna save
that for that type of show because we really do need to kind of talk about that because people have misconstrued for many years. The astrological part of our lives as some sort of mystic worship that's misplaced. But what people don't understand is those were things we tended to maintain our lives when there wasn't time.
Absolutely.
And when sunrise and sunset and seasons and the way the Venus and stars, all of that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We tilled the field to that kind of to those kind of seasons, and we knew what to plant, and we knew when it was best to be fertile.
Yeah.
Certain types of moons
when
and certain
to grow,
when to grow, and when to
farmers and
the
all
harvest
that,
and everything.
And those were the seers.
Yes.
Those who could get in the astrological.
Yes.
To make those type of predictions to the kings and queens back then were worshipped and honored because they had the ability to kind of their minds to ascend. They were the seers.
And see things and see the patterns that a lot of people overlook and neglect. They could see the patterns and the consistencies and how people
and so they would bring them to
together.
The kings.
Yes.
Right? They bring them to the kings and queens to foretell.
Yeah.
They could see when battle was coming. They could see when storms were on the horizon. It wasn't
no Weather Channel and
predictions. My knees hurt.
Right.
So I know winter's coming because my knees hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My arthritis is kicking in and shit.
Lord, my wrist hurt. It's going to rain today.
Hey, they might have.
Yeah, it was much more deep than that. So that would be a great conversation, is kind of talk about some of the astrologies and some of the things, because you put a lot of energy and studies into that. So
what are my balances of the Pisces?
I would have to know birthday, time, and place, and then I could probably give you a nice little insight.
And don't ask me. All I know is you were a morning baby on the morning
this
of.
This is your business, so I would be asking you.
Right, asking her.
Right.
On the morning of the 11th. I went to go see Candace, because Candace was born on the 10th.
This is the backstory. I do
and
know this.
And so I was like, okay.
Kaiser, right?
No. Because this was in Fairfield. So it was North Bay.
North
Bay,
okay.
Yeah. The only hospital in Fairfield, shout out 707.
Your mom worked there for several years.
That was my first job. Several years. Yeah, and that's where Wayne still works. Your uncle still works there. I would have stayed there and retired as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, and I probably would have went for nursing at that point, but they shut down my division and paid us out. And I was like, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. Don't play with me.
Right.
So it enabled me to be home with you guys for many years.
Yeah.
And, so I knew I was having labor pains. I'm like, Carolyn, I'll be back. I said that to Candace's mom. And little did I know, about 6 a.m, I got up, was sick, nauseous, thrown up. I didn't know I was in labor. Active labor.
Yeah.
Until Cecily, and we talked about that, Cecily came running downstairs talking about, Mom, I think Janine's about to have this baby. So I know you were born somewhere. 6:36. Boom.
We got it. All right.
The numbers that's very distinctive.
Yeah, that's very
6:36 a.m.
distinctive.
Yeah,
girl, that's a good thing.
Okay.
And the doctor played with your hair, had my legs all wide open, put a mirror up, talking about, family, do you see her hair? Because she was still in the bag, and he was about to break the bag. That was the only thing that kept me from having you at home, was the bag didn't break. It was very thick bag.
Oh, wow.
I was ready to see the world.
Hello.
Yes.
But that bag kept you from moving. So I would have had you at home. That would have been a very interesting experience. So anyway.
Okay.
So 310, 636.
Now that's very
312.
significant. I'll remember all of that information because I was close by.
So
just
the
other
numbers.
312.
Yeah, so switch the numbers. It was the 9th when I went in the hospital because Candace was born on the 9th, right? And then you were born on the 10th.
That's why we best friends. We connected through the
hospital.
hospital.
Signs of old. You don't even know your kids' names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let alone when they was born. 636.
636. Okay.
310.
Okay.
So whatever that means for Pisces.
Yeah.
Because you know what I found about Pisces too? They're all built up in that same little area. That 3 to about 315 is a ton of Pisces.
Yeah.
Well,
March Madness.
My mom's 316.
And then 316.
March Madness is real. It's
Janae's
still cold though, but
at 326. She's 326.
Yeah,
okay.
Aries.
Yeah,
but she's an Aries, but she crazy.
Lots of Pisces.
I think March just breeds out
crazy.
Emotionally charged. Emotionally charged.
I do like that word.
Yes.
Well, anyway, it's Libra season. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's get back to what we get back to. I'm so glad to be here today. We haven't talked about the restaurant, so I had to do a checkup to see from the neck up to see how the restaurants are doing. And this is the Ratchet Restaurant Report right about now. Las Vegas, let me tell you something. You guys are doing your shit. Because I went through pages and pages of A's and A's and A's and A's.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good.
So the restaurant industry, you can trust for the most part. And the ones you can't, you're about to hear about them right now.
I want to hear
So these are all C grades. I'm not tripping off the B grades anymore unless they're high B grades in the 30s, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, L&L Hawaiian Barbecue on 2755 South Nellis got 38 demerits. And now you can't even click on to see their history. So I don't know what's going on with that website. But I really do hope the health department is not failing us in going to these restaurants.
Right.
So,
right.
Then there was something called a Garaban on Spring Mountain. You know, Spring Mountain is a little questionable every now and again.
Yeah.
27 demerits, they got a C. So these are all C's. Frank and Finas Cocina, 4175 South Grand Canyon. They got 11 demerits, but they got a C. So you had some.
That means they had some real deal issues then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they were
significant.
They had to be significant to get a C and only have 11 demerits is only it's still can still qualify you for
it's still A territory. So
yeah. So I don't know what y'all doing over there, Frank and Finas, but get together. El Jimador Mexican Grill, 2040 North Rainbow, got 39 demerits. And Bidia El Patron. Now you can't have no name Bidia, which we love, and Patron.
Yeah, I know.
And fucking up, right?
Because that might have been a place we might have been interested in.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not okay. And El Jimador is a drink.
Oh.
Right, isn't it? I think it is.
Jimador?
El Jimador?
Somebody tell me Jimador. I've seen it in the liquor store.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a tequila.
Get out of here.
I can't stand it.
No, I think you're talking about a different one, though.
Okay.
Can't think of it right now, but it starts with
Jimador.
It's
something like that.
H something.
Hornitos. No,
Yep.
it ain't Hornitos.
It ain't
I'm going to look it up just because. But anyway, Bidia El Patron 2025 East Sahara, so it's on our block. 39 demerits, that's too many. 40 is a closure.
Oh.
40 is...
They spared them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said, get it together.
Right.
We'll leave you, we'll spare you one
They
point.
said, get it together. So these were the restaurants that were closed, guys. That means the health department showed up and said we will shut the doors because this is an imminent health problem. Tacos Mexico, Las Vegas, 1800 South Las Vegas Boulevard. And I think anybody on the boulevard need they ass whipped if they can't keep it together.
Right, exactly.
Because these are all the tourists.
Right, and that's prime property for you to even be there. You should keep your game up. Not on the street.
Yeah. Tacos Mexico. Shit. And then Bentley's Grill. You can't, y'all giving yourselves names that you ain't even worthy of. You're not even worthy. So this is 2640 East Sunset. They got 30 demerits. I Love Vegas Food Truck. You don't love Vegas enough if you're getting shut down.
Where are they at?
So primarily they're 2987 somewhere North Las Vegas Boulevard.
I knew it was going to be Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay. Well, you can't do that.
I Love Vegas Food Truck. Okay. Anyway, they were closed.
Oh, they must have been down by that sign. You know that.
Oh, okay.
When that first coming into Las Vegas.
Oh,
yeah. Maybe so.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. You're missing out on money.
Listen, comedian, my girl, Linnell, went on live and she kept saying, Vegas, I'm here now. Where are the tacos? Why am I struggling to find tacos? She said it's got to get better than Roberto's.
Right, because Roberto's
is good they only good for the fries. I'm sorry. They only good for the fries. I haven't had much.
I don't eat anything
might get a
else.
breakfast burrito.
I think I've gotten two things from there once, and I was like,
It's got to be the carne asada fries.
Carne asada fries. I mean, now and then breakfast burritos, but we have a few
again.
places that I'll pass Roberto's for a breakfast burrito. But there are some good. You got to go to the taco trucks.
Yeah.
Because there is one. Me and Lexi passed it the other day.
Well, Linnell wants to know because I told her we're gonna do the taco festival in October, and I told her I would let her know.
Okay.
This is spot. The one that Whitney likes is what we passed by. It's on like oh my gosh, we passed it the other day. It's kind of almost downtown, like Fremont area. What is that street? I'm gonna have to find it.
Okay.
And bring it back.
Share it with us. And then I told Linnell I'm going to get back to her as I discover what's out there because she was very disappointed. She's like, ain't nothing like East Oakland. Ain't nothing like L.A. Because, she
I'll be able to tell people, when you come to Vegas, you cannot compare to where you're coming from.
Right.
Because you would disappoint yourself.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, there's plenty of good restaurants, but you can't compare.
But there are, but when it comes to authenticity, authentic type of foods, sometimes it's a little difficult.
I found the Vito's tacos in my side of town, and it's over. It's a wrap.
Is it the same Vito's?
Same Vito's is the truck. It's their storefront.
It's the storefront.
On Eastern. It is on Southeastern.
I didn't know they had a storefront.
And I take it you've been there.
Yes, honey. Girl.
Couple times.
The Maria tacos with that consomme. Stop playing.
Yeah, it is everything.
There's a few good ones out here with the Bidia too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to move around. But we're going to get back. There's a few more. So this is Cuban Sylvain Bakery, 2510 East Tropicana. They were closed on 9/6. I don't know what this is. Sharma Al-Azam.
Probably Mediterranean.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sharma.
3850 East Desert Inn was shut down on 8/24. And Popeyes on 6500 Boulder Highway was shut down.
Boulder Highway. Well,
surprise.
I'm not eating nothing on Boulder Highway.
Surprise.
Yeah, there's a few spots in town that I'm not really fooling with. Nellis is another one.
No.
So.
I don't even go in that area.
Anyway. I don't even know where it is, so enough said. Welcome to the Browns. We're wearing Browns today. I'm feeling real
earthy.
Yeah.
Fall.
Real fall and earthy.
Yeah.
I'm getting my last color in.
That color is fire.
And that color is fire.
That blue, you are
Thank you.
in the current universal algorithm with that color. So you good.
Okay.
Yeah, I pay
Good to
attention to
know.
all kinds of random stuff.
I love
you
it.
You have to know that I pay attention to random stuff.
Well, I do know, but
you post it, so I know that it's all in your realm.
It's all in the realm. So speaking of fall, and we're going to talk about soups. Last week we talked about the kind of soups that we like in the fall and certain types of activities that we should be getting involved in the fall. Just because it's a good time to get in some sunlight and fresh air. It's an opportunity. Families.
Kids are back outside.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cooled down some. The hiking is, like you said, last week
hiking
is good.
We need a group hike, y'all.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be good. There's so many hiking spots.
A couple of our listeners said that if we decide to do it, they want to know.
Oh,
It's enough said. Let's put it together because I would like it to be more than a one-off.
Yep.
Because it just is so
rewarding.
It
is.
So
that would be.
And it's even better when you go out on a hike and you light one up. You feeling good up in the mountains,
right? All that clean air.
So that's funny.
You remember last
year we were in Arizona 2 years ago.
Oh, Sedona.
Yeah,
we need that again.
It keeps surfacing every year, and I'm like, dang, we did that nice little wine tasting.
Yes,
we had phenomenal Mexican food.
Yes,
because it's Sedona.
Yes,
it's Arizona.
Beautiful. It was good. That was so pretty.
And y'all found the vortex after we left.
Yes, we did.
So I need a rerun.
We were. We insisted. It was that morning.
Yeah,
we was like,
we went the wrong way, and we was like,
it was
the wrong way.
We went the way of fools. Remember?
Yeah. But it's not a bad card in tarot, since I do know a little bit about that too. But then we went the right way. So
so we
gotta
found the vortex
do that again.
Yes. And we have to plan it so that we can at least see the sunset or the sunrise.
That's right.
Yep.
Because once you get up to the top of the mountain to watch the sunrise, is there's nothing else better than those moments. So so before we go into the soups, you did get some outdoors in this week.
What am I doing outdoors?
Well, the Aces game? It was outdoors, but it was indoors.
Like, what I do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's sports season, y'all.
It is sports season.
You know what I'm saying? So
it is. I've been to a few little football hangouts, but we went to the Aces game. It was their appreciation game right before, the playoff season for them. So they were giving out all kind of stuff. This was on Sunday. Took the kids.
Nice.
They were giving out all kind of stuff. Signed, autographed balls and tickets to like Aretha Franklin and a few other tickets like Cirque du Soleil shows, and handing out T-shirts and really engaging with the audience a lot. So I really liked it. Yeah, it was fun. All the lights, and we had a good time. So
the kids really enjoyed themselves.
Yep, good seats. It was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
Did they win that night?
They did.
Good.
And
That's
won.
even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
They're really good. They be blowing these teams
They
out.
are good. They are very good. It feels good to actually, and the Raiders are doing fantastic, honey.
Of course.
So it
it's
really
out
does.
home this year, so they got to show out.
And I felt like they would.
Yeah, I felt
You
like
know what
that.
I mean? I felt like they were going to bring another level of game because the Super Bowl is next year. Why wouldn't you want not
to try
really
to play in
apply
your
yourself?
city? Yes, girl.
And I'm so
I'm
proud
excited.
of them.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
got to try to
excited.
get to one of them games, too.
Oh, well, I'm trying
Yeah.
to get us tickets for Saturday. So for next Sunday.
Oh,
If anybody can actually, So
get in. Oh, that you looked it up too. Who was it?
yeah, I got a friend who I told
I'm down
you
to go.
calling me from the game talking about you ain't here. You ain't invite me. Where my tickets at?
So we're going to get you some
Right?
birthday tickets?
Yes.
I'm hoping to get some birthday tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So I don't know how many he gonna be able to come up on, but it don't matter.
Understood.
It's out there, which means we were gonna do a little celebration too. I think everybody. So if you want to meet us down at
Mariposa.
yes, Mariposas on next Sunday for the
Brunch.
birthday bash.
What time?
Noon.
Noon. Okay.
Let us know. But yeah, coming into the fall, I love me a good pot of chili.
Pot of chili, yep.
I bought some to the station.
Yeah,
I
you
made some of
did
that homemade.
time.
Oh,
That was so
I make
good.
it all the time, and I love my favorite way to eat chili because there's so many ways of eating chili.
Yeah, it is.
But I put it in a baked potato with all the stuff on top. That is my favorite way to
Really?
eat chili.
It is a lovely
Okay.
way to eat chili.
Yeah.
Nice.
Matter of fact,
It all. It just goes.
this is
down
that
good.
time of year for that type of cook-off, like a chili
Yeah.
cook-off.
Chili
Chili
oh,
cook-off.
it is.
Speaking of cook-offs, I got a friend that's actually doing a cook-off this weekend, and I told him I would do a paid sponsorship. You know, slap me a few things on the backside, and I'll holler you out.
But before the summer is over, I've been craving some ribs. Somebody need to make me some ribs. Yeah. I don't just want
Yeah,
them
I
just
want some
anywhere.
ribs.
I want
I
some
know, you want some
homemade, fall
ribs.
off the bone.
Oh, you want real?
Drenched in some
Somebody
Some
took
really
their
good-
time with them ribs.
Yeah.
Slow
Slow
cooker.
cooked them.
So I'm gonna have to look that up because I need some ribs before.
So it's the cook-off. It's Saturday, September 16th
Now
from
ain't
6
gonna be no
p.m.
good. I don't
to
want
9
ribs.
p.m. It's
All the time now. I can tell already. 'cause-
Hold on, wait. Hold that
I'm
thought.
sorry.
So it's Boss Daddy's Lounge, 3310 South Nellis Boulevard. Boss Daddy's Lounge. Tickets are on sale at Eventbrite.
This is for a chili
this is
cook-off?
for his
No,
cook-off?
it's a cook-off. Yeah, it's $25 entry fee, complimentary mimosas all night. Saturday, September 16th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And
Oh, it's this Saturday. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
a king or queen will be crowned. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
So,
Somebody's
yeah.
joining the chat.
Well, come on
What it do,
in.
ladies?
What
Y'all-
it do? We are greedy.
We are
Oh my
greedy.
God, we
Yeah.
are.
We could talk about food
I know,
for
you said
days,
with your
and we
greedy
not done.
So now let's dive into these soups real quick.
Yeah.
So I do chili, zuppa toscano, beef stew, chicken noodle, gumbos, and chowders. Those are my go-tos.
I do all of those except chowder and gumbo because gumbo take too long. I'll just come get your gumbo.
And
I
you know
made
the
my
cold
first-
part? A gumbo it really don't take that long.
Well, I made my first one last year. I was highly
Was it your
impressed
mom's
with it.
way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what's that way?
She had to, she walked me through the roux. And once the roux was done,
You're good.
everything else was a cakewalk.
Okay.
And so just getting that roux
It's building it to
where it's supposed
thickness,
to be,
consistency,
the color.
taste,
And
color.
she monitored my every step while I made the roux. And then I had already like boiled the shrimp and all that stuff and I boiled the shrimp.
The sausage.
You know, the packet, what they come in.
Oh, the boil.
I boiled the broth because
Yeah,
I wanted that broth from the shrimp.
Right.
I wanted the broth
okay.
from the chicken. I wanted all those
Flavors.
flavors in the gumbo. It turned out fire, so I will be trying it again.
Okay.
Janae was insistent that I make it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I might try it again.
It do take a long time.
Yeah, it does.
If you want that.
You make it all the
roux,
time, so don't probably it's just
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Right.
And Whitney has actually mastered a boil. She's the boil girl.
What do you mean?
She makes crab oils.
Oh,
and
nice.
she's mastered the sauces.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, yes. And it takes her about 2 hours.
Yeah.
But by the time she's done,
if you want it right.
That shit was on point. I'm so proud, girl. You gonna get you a man yet?
Right?
Especially
you
with the
making
seafood.
crab
You gonna
boils.
get you a
Stop
husband
playing.
yet making crab boils, girl.
Right.
You can't make nothing else. Get that man some crab.
Right.
And let me tell you who got nice crab legs right now. Winco. They fat snow crabs, girl, pulling out big. They're not them little skinny things that ain't even worth paying $30 a pound for. Winco. I'm
Okay.
gonna put you
I
on
like going
game.
to Costco for the packs of the Dungeness.
That's what
that's
I
my
told her.
favorite crab.
Yeah, I
right
told
there.
her to go get the Dungeness the next go round.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. I'm hungry.
I am too. So,
he was
anybody
right.
ever made the lobster bisque? Because that is my favorite soup of
I
all
have
time.
to try to make that soon.
I've never made
sounds-
it.
I made it in school, and I haven't made it since. It's like the tomato bisque, but for the lobster.
For the lobster.
It's a better flavor than tomato, obviously.
Yeah, I did. I'm sure.
But a good
'cause I
tomato
like
soup
it.
is pretty good.
A good tomato
with
soup
Yeah,
grilled
made
with a
with
grilled
the
cheese
right-
sandwich.
With a grilled cheese sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So y'all better get your recipes ready because
It's
soups,
that season.
soups will soothe your soul and take
Yeah,
away. Listen,
I
and make
agree.
spicy soups.
Yes,
So
I
that
agree.
it makes you sweat and opens up sinuses and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mexicans got that on lock. They understand.
Yeah.
They do. What about chicken tortilla soup?
Love it.
I love that soup. I have not yet made it.
So it's probably an easy
I've
soup.
slow
too.
cooked
seems
it.
like-
It's pretty easy. All the vegetables that
Yeah.
you just throw, and especially if you slow cook it, because you can
Okay.
throw the
The chicken.
the
Everything in
chicken,
the slow
everything
cooker.
all
That's
together and slow cook it.
True. And all you
Okay.
and they make the little chips in the store. You can just buy the little
Yep.
the flake chips and just put them in there, so you ain't got to try to bake them and cut them and do all that stuff.
Oh,
just
okay.
buy them
Some tortillas on the side.
That sounds
with
delicious.
some fresh avocados on top.
Yes, that sounds so good.
It's
All
a-
this, we
it
are
does.
being greedy right now. I ain't even got
What
the
about
munchies yet.
you make a lasagna soup?
Yes.
That's what you were
Talk
talking about
to
last
me
time.
about that.
So just like we were saying, these soups all got the same startup. You know, the chicken broth, the
mirepoix.
onion.
Okay.
I haven't made it in a while, so I think you just let it boil. You throw in the meat, whatever. I'll use the ground turkey. Throw that in there. You also put the ricotta.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask.
and the noodles
Because
in the
that is
end.
what puts it over the
Yes.
top for me. That ricotta
Yep.
cheese probably just make it fire.
Then the noodles in it, and I think I used some heavy whipping cream, a little bit of it for
Okay.
color.
Okay.
And to make it a little thicker.
Okay.
And then you just put it in the bowl. I think you top it off with the ricotta. You
Oh,
don't throw it in
okay.
the soup. You
Yeah,
top it
like
with
a
the
sour
ricotta.
cream.
Like a
and
sour
some
cream on top.
Parmesan on top.
Ah, that sounds
Soup
so
is banging.
good. Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
sounds
does.
so good.
And a lot of
does.
men
Oops,
don't like
sorry.
soup. It's kind of funny. I run into a lot of people who's like, that ain't really my thing. But soups like that are a little bit more hearty.
Right.
They don't mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna actually get full.
That's I think that's the goal.
Now the zuppa is my next. That's my favorite.
Zumpa's one of my favorite too. And I've got that on lock too. Because once I
Yeah.
tried it at Olive Garden, I was like,
This is too
let me put
easy.
This is easy. And it's so easy. Listen, broth, kale, which is so good for you.
Your meat.
Get you some Italian sausage. And they make it in turkey if you want the turkey.
Yes, they
That's what we
do.
do.
And then
Heavy whipping cream.
Heavy-
Look, they all got the same onion.
they do. They do.
Right.
And potatoes, red potatoes.
And red
It's
or
just-
russet.
Or,
Yep,
Or
the russet
russet.
so that you can and keep the skin on and clean them real good. Keep the skin on it. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
phenomenal soup.
Yeah.
Chicken and wild rice is a favorite, and I have not made it,
I've never made it.
but I
never
buy
made
it from Panera Bread, and I used to get it at the airports. There was certain restaurants that would make a wild because I want to think wild rice soup came from them parts around Minnesota.
Okay.
Because every time I would land in back in
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, a lot of those places had this wild rice soup, and they all had the same type base, same type. So I think it's derived from
I haven't
that
had wild
part
rice
of
soup since
It's-
I was young.
I know, I haven't
and
had
we'll
it
go home
in a
from-
long
go to
time.
grandma's house, be sick, and have some wild rice soup in the little cans.
Campbell's,
So
and the
that's the
little
last
Campbell's.
time. Yep, and those were good with some crackers.
Well, I
It is.
still eat the chicken noodle soup out the cans occasionally if I'm
Because
just
it's a little salty.
sick.
Just put a little
Yeah.
water
And
in it
Put a
because
little
it's
water
salty.
in it.
Put
It's
some
some
pepper.
pepper.
And some pepper.
with some Ritz.
I mean,
and
when I'm sick,
some things you
happening.
just never get rid of.
Right?
No, for real. That is hilarious.
It's just gonna happen.
I'd like to try a pesto chicken tortellini soup.
Pesto, that sounds good.
Don't that sound
You
fire?
make a good chicken tortilla. Whenever somebody's sick, you whip up that chicken tortilla.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And put some red pepper flakes in it just
Make
so
it hot.
you can.
Yeah, I love that's a good topper.
It is a good topper. So the last couple of ones, chicken pot pies.
I like chicken pot pie. I've made a couple of those, and those are so good.
They're good.
When them homemade ones, ain't nothing like them, no, because it's just extra love in the homemade.
It is extra.
Chicken pot pies.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
so
good.
I mean, I'm giving you guys some ideas. The corn chowders, chicken gnocchi. That's like the pasta, but it's kind of like a potato field.
Gnocchi. Okay, I like those too.
Potato soup, cheddar soup, and loaded baked potato soup.
Now that, hands down, that's my kid's favorite.
Okay.
Rihanna love that stuff.
And don't forget the cheddar broccoli soup, because that one, the kids can tear that up.
Yeah.
How about chicken and dumplings? Nigga, chicken and dumplings on that ass. What about that?
Soggy bread.
Soggy bread. Well, I like a little soggy bread in that broth. I ain't gonna lie, I like that little soggy bread in that broth.
Hello. That's everything. You better ask somebody. Now, here's one that I really want to try. And I swear I want to try it. Either the potato leek soup, because, you don't have a lot of uses for leeks.
Yes, you don't.
And that's a great use for a leek. Mm-hmm. And leeks are so good for you.
They are.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of Asian soups, you know what I mean? Like ramens and pho and so we didn't even get into that.
We didn't even get into those.
Pozole, which is my favorite around this time. Pozole.
All right.
What is
so
that?
Good. It's the Mexican
Spanish.
soup.
Oh, okay.
And they usually do like the like pork, and it's really shredded. And I don't even eat pork like that, but when it's made right in the pozole, and then there's a chicken one.
Okay.
Really, really
ain't that the soup with the little nodules in it?
Yep, with the corn. Like the little corn pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Little corn pieces.
I like corn.
Yeah. And this is one that I'd like to try as well, and it's a winter squash soup.
Okay.
Very comforting.
Okay.
And the way that you prepare the squash, I think it would be something I'd like to try, because we don't get squash in our lives that much either.
No, we don't.
I saute squash a lot. I saute it with zucchini.
It's
so
zucchini
good.
and squash.
The kids ask for it, like as a side.
Okay.
And put some real butter in that pan and saute them things
with some garlic. Oh, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, we are. We greedy.
Yeah, we greedy.
But all of the things we talked about can when we start imagining our dinners and our foods a little differently, those are things you can incorporate into your diet, because, I don't have a gallbladder. I had gallbladder surgery a couple years ago. And I have to remind myself that my body's only going to be able to tolerate so much of the nonsense food before it starts kicking up, because your gallbladder is what helps process the food, and so the bile is what helps break it down before it starts going through your intestines. So I don't have that breakdown no more. It now goes directly into the intestines, and the body it still produces bile, but it's not sitting in the gallbladder, which is where your food tends to sit, so that it can actually get broken down. I don't have that.
Gives you even more reason to eat
better. Even more reason to eat better. And I had a scare over this weekend, and I'm still not completely out of it. But I will say I had a root canal on Friday. And it was a lot of pressure. I really don't think I needed it. I think that when I had some discomfort in my tooth, once they cleaned it out and put that filling in there, I don't think they needed to go back in it.
They probably didn't.
Yeah.
But it's a very expensive procedure that insurances pay top dollars for.
They
do.
They do.
And so going to the dentist now often, because everybody in your lifetime is going to have to see a dentist. That's one pain you cannot live with, and it is the derivative of a lot of other issues. So when you see a man or a woman with their grill and it's all messed up, you can best believe there's something about their diet and their internal parts that can't be exactly right.
Right.
So when we talk about heart health and we talk about brain health, we got to talk about mouth health.
Yeah. Right.
So now I got an open wound. They shot me for the anesthesia. The surgeon shot me 4 times in my gums because he said that my roots go way down deep. And so come Saturday, I felt heart palpitations. And I started feeling pain all down my right side. My jaw swole. I'm trying to brush it off like it's not anything. It's just okay. Because anxiety mimics a heart attack.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Yep.
And so I was really concerned until the point that I went to lay down Saturday night and I said, I can't do this because something is compressing on my chest every time I go to lay down. So I went to the emergency room because you can never be too sure, especially women. And the nurse said that. She said, our symptoms may not be the same as men's symptoms because we have other things going on with us that can be very complicated. Menopause, hello.
Right.
Yeah.
Body's already changing. Hormones are already over the place.
Right.
So a heart attack may not look like the book term of a heart attack for women.
Yep.
Right.
Men are pretty classic.
Right.
The right pain and the numbness and the nausea and the, the chest, feeling. But for us, it can be a little different. So mine is all on the right side, and I'm not really attributing it to my root canal. But either way, I got to get to the hospital because I need to rule out that I'm not having a heart attack. Because one thing I know is heart attacks, for the most part, don't just, we watch too many movies. Fred Sanford all come out.
No, sometimes you can have a walking heart attack. There's a lot of different things I don't fully
understand about it either.
They build.
It's true.
Yep,
So they can be very slow oncoming. Like right now, if there's certain movements I do in certain ways, I still feel pressure in my chest. So I'm not out of the woods yet. I don't know. My EKG came back normal. All of the blood signs, because when you're having a heart attack, it releases this chemical in your blood, and then they can test for it, and it lets them know if that's elevated, you're in heart attack mode. And you can walk around having a heart attack for a while and not know it. So we got a lot of young people dying of heart attacks that are falling out. We don't know it's heart attack, but at some point their heart had to give because that's the last organ. So when you fall out and they can't bring you back, something in your heart gave. I'm pretty convinced of that because that's the one muscle keeping you alive.
Right.
Other than the brain. And the brain is telling the heart what to do. So I wanted to talk a little bit about heart health again. And again, because the Black community, heart issues and cancer are higher in our community than many of the others. And a lot of it is our eating habits.
Right.
Our lack of exercise. And lack of water. Some of the things that are free, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money to take walks, to walk, take a walk and get your heart up. So we have to remember that the heart is a muscle. So it needs strengthening. It needs that exercise. It needs that blood flow.
Yep.
And you got to be able to kind of recognize when you might be in danger and when you can't operate no more. So I want to go see my beautician today.
What?
So I'm going to go see my beautician today.
Solve everything.
Right. And listen,
I feel better.
I look good.
I told my friend, he was like, ain't you supposed to be in the ER right now? I said, listen, I need to be cute. I don't know what you're talking about because this is self-care. I needed to feel good. But my point in me getting my hair done wasn't, I'm really being serious about it, is when you can't manage things at home anymore, you need to go see a professional. I couldn't manage my hair at home, and I wanted to wear my own hair, and I want to maintain my hair, and I want to keep it healthy. And I have the best hairdresser in Las Vegas. She been doing our hair, since 2007?
Long time.
Owns her own shop. Her hair is all the way down her back. Shout out to Tony, and I'm not sharing her with you. And thank you, Tish, for giving her the referral. Because when you have a beautician whose hair is all the way down their back to the middle of their back, that's who you want to.
I like my beautician.
That's who you want to fuck with.
Yeah.
Which is Jnine. So
it's
so when my weave is on point, you know who I saw.
Then you know who I saw. Now, when my hair is long and all the way down my back, you know who I saw. So my point is, although it's hair care, what I'm saying is, when you know you can't manage and things don't feel right and you can't, and your remedies don't work, seek professional care.
Yeah.
Smokers, stop smoking. You got to find a way to stop smoking tobacco and nicotine. It causes too many blood clots.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really messing up your lungs and stuff like that. So, 4 functions of the heart is to pump oxygen and blood to other parts of the body. It pumps hormones and other vital substances to parts of the body. It receives deoxygenated blood and carries metabolic waste products from the body. And it maintains blood pressure. It pumps about 5 liters of blood, and that's called circulation. And that's what we want. We want our bodies to keep circulating. So I was pretty scared because I never felt that kind of pressure, and it felt like it was coming from my back all the way to the front of my chest. And every time I lay down, it felt like something was on my chest. And those are heart-related things. Now, other things mimic that. Muscle strains, inflammation of tissue around your heart,
right,
and inflammation of tissue. So I don't really know exactly where all of those symptoms are coming from, but I did go see the dentist, right? I made them follow up, and I didn't know that they put epinephrine in the shot that helps to numb your gums. And epinephrine, it increases your heart rate. It's what you give patients that they give it to you when you have some kind of heart issues because it makes your heart.
They probably gave it to JV when he was in the hospital. It sounded familiar when you said it, but not you. Probably.
So that would explain the heart palpitations because I probably have a reaction to the epinephrine. So she immediately put that in my chart that I could never have that again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So everybody needs to be, and this is why the right side of the body is so crucial, because I was like, it's on the right side, but normally they say it's classic on the left side.
I thought it was classic.
The nurse said, don't do that, because you will, time is of essence. You don't have time to be trying to figure out if it's the left or right side.
Really?
Because the right side receives the blood that's low in oxygen because it's used up by the brain and the body. So the right side pumps to the lungs, where it picks up fresh oxygen, then returns to the left side, ready to pump out to the brain and the rest of the body. So these are different functionings happening. You can't trust that your heart attack is going to be on your left side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's body is different.
Okay.
So, I just wanted to throw that in there. The heart has 4 valves, and it keeps the blood moving in the right direction. And it's important that heart health, man. I could go into it a lot, but we got to be careful.
She got me feeling some kind of way because my blood pressure is high right now.
And I was just about to touch the blood pressure, coronary artery disease.
I feel some kind of way because I went yesterday to the doctor and my blood pressure is high. So she took it the first time and it was high. It was like 101 over something. And then she said, I'll take it again after your appointment, so maybe you're nervous. It only went down like 4 points after my doctor, but I was still over 100. They ain't said 2 words. I've gone to the doctor before and they took my blood pressure, and one of them said, I should send you to the ER, but I don't think you need to go. I'm going to go ahead and prescribe this medication for you. And that was it. She said, but, your numbers are like ER worthy numbers. And I was like, so should I go?
Right. What?
She was like, but I didn't look like I was in distress. So that
what did you do?
Went and got the medication and took it sporadically. So I'm like not a good patient.
I'm not cooperative.
I'm not
because I don't want to take your medicine. That's what I don't want to do. My auntie is right. She said gas can also seem like heart attack. Now listen,
she's absolutely
so coupled with everything that was going on in my body, I had gas too, auntie. You're right. Because once I started burping, I was like, okay, I feel I feel some kind of way because I don't really burp like that unless I'm drinking some soda.
Okay.
But I did. I drank some ginger ale and it brought out some gas, and I was like, well, that was a little relieving, but it didn't take away what I'm feeling in my muscles. That's my concern. Is that it runs all the way from this jaw, from the dental work, all the way down the side of my neck, all the way down to my arms, and my hands get a little numb. So all of those symptoms was like, nigga, you in heart attack status.
I wonder if they struck a nerve. These dentists
you got to be careful.
They can strike nerves. I've had a jaw that was like
it was
unaligned locked for like ever. It took me I had to work it out myself. Do my own physical therapy to get my jaw to kind of.
And those shots last. Yeah, that pain can last for a few weeks. I got just a filling done, and when they go way up in here, and it lasts for a few weeks,
yes, it do.
Your jaw hurting. Yeah. I don't feel like that's right.
So let me tell you what Tony said. So this is my hairdresser, because she got all my business.
They say hairdressers are therapists.
So she said, don't take that lightly, because almost 1 year after having a root canal, which are very serious procedures in terms of how they go into your mouth. She was having some discomfort, and she said, I know it's from this. And they were saying, everything comes back normal. She said, no, I'm going to need you to go back in there. Sure enough, the doctor said anything as fine as the tip of your finger could irritate your gums if entered into that hole. So they had to go back in and clean it out. She ain't had a problem since. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, they didn't do my crown right, so I had to go back to California and have it fixed. I couldn't barely bite down. It was real uncomfortable for a few weeks. So,
and look, to what you said as far as you not looking in distress, Ikari said.
Yeah, no.
Apparently black women never look like we are in distress.
Ain't that some bullshit?
Right?
Because I think the experiments say that we have a high pain tolerance.
But yeah.
So I'm just going to say this real quick. So blood pressure is what measures the pressure within the arteries. So for blood to travel quick enough, it has to be under pressure. At rest, the normal heart beats approximately 60 to 100 times a minute, and that increases when you exercise. The problems are cardiovascular systems, heart attack, angina, stroke, and heart disease happens when coronary arteries become narrowed by a gradual buildup of fatty material. If the coronary arteries become narrowed or blocked, your heart will be impaired. Causes angina, pain, discomfort in the chest, arm, neck, stomach, jaw, which is what I got going on. And I'm like, okay, but the jaw is my dentist. Did he really touch a nerve that could affect all of that?
Absolutely, because it's all connected. Yeah. Everything in
when
you
y'all
is connected.
See me in the Bentley we was talking about this morning, you don't know what the hell happened.
Malpractice. And she will follow through. Don't play.
I will represent myself. Lord knows I was supposed to be an attorney. If fatty material breaks or ruptures, that's what causes blood clots. And that's, I believe, what's been happening to our young people. I think they've been getting these blood clots because you can't be physically fit, in my mind.
Right.
And out of nowhere drop on the football field or on the playground, and this has been happening quite a bit. We didn't drop from heart attacks like this when we was coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
So and the foods that we're eating these days, and what
the
they're putting
food is
in
so
them,
different. It's not even real. Some of this stuff don't be tasting real to me half the time.
Yeah, you can bite into it and tell it ain't real. That's why I didn't do the Popeyes got doggone chicken sandwich, because I bit it and it was like, this bitch too thick.
Right.
And I don't know, and y'all made it in 5 minutes, so you deep fried it really, really well. Yeah. Which means it's easy to cook and it's very soft and it's juicy to imitate the meat.
Right.
But I knew right away this wasn't real meat. What chicken did you get this from? And y'all just took a bunch of breasts and threw the breasts. It wasn't real. So anyway. Many forms of heart disease can be prevented or treated with healthy lifestyle choices.
Very true.
So listen at the symptoms.
I can.
Dizziness, short of breath with activity, fatigue, fluttering and irregular heartbeats, swollen legs, ankles, and feet. And listen, this is my concern, and I'm literally being real with this. When it bothers you at night and you can't sleep, it's a problem. And I read that. And this is what I'm going through at night. It's so much worse. I feel like I need to sleep sitting up.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because at night, otherwise this whole right side, I can't sleep on the right side at all. And certain movements makes it feel like it's coming from my back to my chest. So, one of the things that you have to be very clear of is, so the neck, jaw, throat, upper belly, back, numbness, weakness, or coldness in the arms and legs, and when the blood vessels are in those areas, they're narrowed. So be very vigilant in watching for those symptoms. Early detection through doctors by regular checkups is how you can manage those things. Otherwise, if it's not detected until you have a heart attack. So, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
The heart can get affected by viruses, rheumatic fever, connective tissues disorders, And you got to be careful of your age. It increases as you get older, which is why I don't understand what's happening with our young people. Right. Damage to arteries. And then women's increase after menopause. Men's after when their testosterone get low. So men, check your testosterone levels. That's why these commercials are coming out now talking about if you having penile disruption. I ain't never seen so many commercials like that in my life.
They just pop up out of nowhere, just all extra louder than the show you watching. Dang.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. So men, watch your testosterone levels. Watch the sugar intake, unhealthy cholesterol levels, too much in your midsection. Yeah. You got to be careful of this midsection.
Absolutely.
Diabetes wants to live there.
Yes.
And all these dark liquor and a lot of drinking.
That dark liquor. Hennies. Yeah. All you Hennies.
Yeah.
And Remy's. Henny and Remy.
Who say, do say.
Yeah, do say.
So listen, we got to learn how to cope with stress. Because, anxiety's real. A lot of people were in that emergency room with chest pains. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They just trying to get through the line. No. People are having anxiety attacks. Right. They're mirroring what they feel is a heart attack because the stress level of what everybody's going through is so high.
I have friends who are in the hospital all the time because of their anxiety. Yeah. I'm like, I've never had it that bad, but I couldn't imagine. The little bit that I've had before, I couldn't imagine it being bad. People can't leave the house. They can't go and do anything because that anxiety attacks them.
They get panic.
Really panic, really bad. Yeah.
So listen, it's still the number one cause of death for both sexes in the industrialized world. So it is still the number one killer is heart disease. So let's get it together. Let's get this hypertension under. Let's get this.
Especially when it's manageable.
Yeah.
Very true.
Quit smoking. Get diabetes knowledge. Eat more healthy food. Limit your alcohol. Lower your stress level. Check your cholesterols and your triglyceride levels. Regular doctor checkups, okay? All right?
Okay.
I'm really speaking to my black people. Because I want us to live long and successful. And you got to join us next week so we can talk a little bit more on Get It Together with Jnine.
And Jezzi.
Thank you for joining us tonight. God bless.
God
take care.
Peace, love, and light.